City of Hugo is cracking down on aggressive dogs after 4 separate attacks yesterday. In one instance, a pit bull jumped a fence and tried to attack an officer who was investigating. The city warns that owners are criminally liable and should expect to go to jail if their animal leaves their property and bites someone. Now, a few days earlier, 3 dogs attacked a woman in nearby Grant. She was flown to a Dallas hospital.